Yo, welcome back. PayTheMan Ep.3. Grim here. I got my man Jay Wiz. How you doing?
I could be doing better after the week I just had, but it's a fresh week, and hopefully this week will be better than the last one.
I love that you have that in mind. But let's jump into something real quick. If you guys haven't noticed already, we put out 2 episodes a week. We like putting it out on Saturday morning and now Wednesday morning. Our Saturday episode covers pretty much our past week's bets. We jump into some Saturday UFC if there's a fight night or a card or whatever, and we go over our Sunday's picks. That's pretty much the episodes we put out on Saturdays. But to Wednesdays, we're gonna go over the Sunday picks, probably all losers. We're gonna go over any sporting events that happened between Saturday and Wednesday. We're going to go over the Thursday night football game and also our fantasy sports, which that might be the only thing we're good at nowadays.
I don't even know if we're good at that.
It depends on what league you're in. All right. So let's jump into Sunday. I know we both had some big whale plays. I had my whale play. My whale play was New England -8. And let's just say Cam Newton should have stayed on the COVID list.
Dude,
he was something I don't even know who he was.
It was bad. It was bad.
Bad.
I had them in my teaser. I had a 3-team teaser. Okay, 3-team teaser. I had the Pats -1, the Packers +4.5, and the Ravens -4, and all 3 of them lost. Get that? Literally, a 6-point swing on every line. Didn't get 1 win in a 3-team teaser. You can't make it up.
That's how it goes, though. Everything looks so good on paper, and then they probably lose outright. It's terrible. Now, my problem with my bets on Sunday was I lost my whale play, which I put 2 units on just for everyone to – that's how confident I was in that pick. But then again, I also had 2 parlays. I had Packers -1, which we're definitely going to recap that game because I know you have a lot to say. Mm-hmm. We got the Eagles +10 and the Panthers -1. It just doesn't make sense how that does not hit, especially when I think the hardest play for me hit Eagles +10 versus the Ravens. I'm pretty sure they covered late with a bullshit touchdown with like 2 minutes to go in the game. Packers. What happened?
Dude, they started out the game 10-0, and it looked like our offense couldn't be stopped. Why is Siri going off my phone?
That's all right. Tell her I said hello.
So we go up 10-0. Our offense, once again, looks like we can't be stopped. Everybody's open. We go up 10-0, and then I don't know what happened. Rodgers threw his 3rd pick 6 of his career. Then we had another tip pick, changed the whole momentum of the game, 14-10. And then I don't know, there's a picture going around that it was like 3rd and 3, and Mike Pettine's playing like a man of 3 deep defense. It makes no sense. Like, when I'm playing Madden, I know you got to play tight at the line when it's 3rd and 3, and apparently we don't know that. And it's like, just like last year when we got annihilated by San Francisco, it seems like with this team, whenever somebody wants to play a physical game and run the football down our throats, we don't have a response. It's like they do whatever we want. It's like we need some grit in this team. And I'm not worried because, it's our first loss. I think we'll respond. But it's frustrating when you think you're as good as, your Super Bowl contenders, and then you lose like that.
It is a Tom Brady team.
Tom Brady-led team. We didn't even lose to Tom Brady. That defense is elite.
100%.
The speed they have on defense, but their defense beat us. And we made a lot of mistakes. Our line just was playing great up until this point, but this week Bakhtiari got hurt, and it's like they were all over Rodgers. We were losing the line of scrimmage. We couldn't run the football. They were, and that was the game.
He even threw 2 picks out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's human. That's what we're trying to get at. He threw 2. He hasn't thrown picks all year till now. 6 weeks into the season.
The pick 6 was definitely he missed his spot, but then the second one it probably could have been called. Could have been pass interference too, but that really changed the whole game. And what sucks is after I lost my teaser, I try to get it back on Green Bay money line -140, who I thought felt really good about, and yeah, I felt even better about it when I was 10-0. Then we go down. I was like, you know what? I like the live play. The live play going into half, because when the Ndamukong Suh and Rodgers got into it, I was like, oh, Rodgers coming out in the second half, and he's
Eat it
tearing it
up.
up.
Yep.
I thought they would poke the beast, and I thought he was going to come out like he did against that Chicago game a couple years ago.
That
And
was
it
a
just
week
didn't
1 game,
happen.
right? That was that week
Yeah, I
1
think it
game.
was a season opener where he got hurt, and then he came back in the second half and tore it up.
Yep.
So I thought, but it just didn't happen. So it was a bad week for me, and that's why I don't like putting too many chips on the table, because if they lose, that's it.
Exactly. You know something? That reminds me of something like when you start weekend league on a Thursday and you get hot, you go like 5-0, and then all of a sudden the losing streak starts. You want to get those losses out of the way early. So I don't
Yeah.
think one loss is going to make or break the season.
Well, yeah, it was just no. I agree, but it's like you can't have um those losses where you just look like you're not even in the same.
Yeah,
But the other thing is, if you don't throw that pick six, Rogers hits Mercedes Lewis, it's a completely different game. So
100%.
we lost what I think was like 38-10. It could have been a much closer game. I think we bit ourselves on the foot too much. But going back to what I was saying, I just had bad bankroll management this week. Horrible. I mean, I had 3 different Packer plays. You can't do that.
Yeah, no.
You can't do
I mean,
that.
you were confident. I mean, it's your team.
I was
I mean,
confident, right? So you go more units, but I had
yeah,
them in 3 different plays, and it just killed me this week. But this was a tough week. You know, we said it on the show. We said this is a tough week. If you look at the
100%.
slate, I mean, we didn't really like any plays. Like no plays really stood out. I think this week is a much easier week. Last week was just brutal.
Yeah, this week you'll hear on our Saturday episode. Look forward to that one. That's always a fun one. Anything else you took on Sunday besides that? Any Packers plays or anything?
Then I took the Dodgers and the Rams. And that Dodgers game, by the way, like I'm not a baseball guy, but that was a great game. Like it was back and forth, game 7, and just awesome game to watch. But then the Rams, which we said we liked the Rams, but
Love the
as I was
Rams.
thinking about it, I was like, the 49ers are a healthy team. They need this game, divisional game. And I felt worse and worse getting closer to kickoff, and the 49ers ended up doing what they had to do. They look like the team they did last year. And they don't have Bosa, they don't have Sherman, and they look pretty good. So
Exactly. I mean, that game 7 was also electrifying. I mean, I didn't take anything on that game 7, but Cody Bellinger putting one into the stands and then coming around, dislocating his shoulder, and then he celebrated with his boy, dislocated his shoulder, popped it back in, comes
that is
out for
so
the.
stupid, man.
I don't know why they do it. Every guy does it in the majors. They come around and hit a home run, they're doing some bullshit with their arm. I get it. You're excited, but now you're his teammate, right? You blast him, Cody Bellinger.
MVP.
MVP dislocates his shoulder, but then he pops it back in and comes back out there for the bottom of the ninth, makes the last out.
And he has a home run again yesterday in game 1.
And then he puts one out to, it was 0-0 at the time, I'm pretty sure. He puts
0-0.
out 2-0 lead. That's huge in a game 1 of a World Series. I mean, that game was something also. We could turn
Good for
to
him,
that
though,
now.
because he struggled in their previous 2 World Series, and he deserves it.
Speaking about struggling, Kershaw, I bet against Kershaw. I wound up taking a little alternate run line last night. I took the Rays -1.5. I'm pretty sure the value was like +220. The line was like +220. I was so confident in that with Glasnow on the mound. That was like my well play of the week for myself. Like, kept that personal.
Well play at a +220 dog.
Yeah. Like, I reversed it, made them like the favorite with good odds. I put 2 units on that last night.
I told you, man. What did I tell you?
I know you said it, but the part of me that was listening to was how confident you were in the Dodgers. And I was like, all right, I got to take the Rays. Might as well just give me that
Well, I
minus
get
one
it
and a half.
fading me after the week I just had. I mean, I
Exactly.
took a 3-team teaser and then win one team. But like I said, I've been on the Dodgers all year,
All
and
year. That's the
game
team you start the
they
parlay with.
they got every parlay starts with the Dodgers. Usually the Yankees too, but they're out. Um,
Yeah, that's a good one.
they just won 3 straight games. They got all the momentum right now. They got all the momentum. They're hitting like crazy. Mookie's red hot. Bellinger just hit a home run. He hit another one today or yesterday, so he's back at it. And Kershaw was due. Like I get
Yeah,
it, but he
he was
was due
definitely
for a
due.
big game,
Mookie was out there stealing bases, getting the fans some tacos. He
dude.
was electrifying.
I was talking to a guy on Twitter, and I told him like any props
Yeah.
out there, and he said the Randy Arozarena prop over 1.5 base,
Uh-huh.
or home run. Home run was like plus two something, and I said I like that Mookie prop to hit a home run. It's over 300 plus 300. He's favored to win the MLB MVP, the MVP for the World Series, and the guy's been heating up. So you're getting the favorite that Vegas thinks is going to win the MVP,
Hit a
and you're
home
getting a
run.
guy red hot and he hit a home run, and I didn't play it. And Bellinger had great odds too. Like I get people thought it was going to be low scoring, but I'm mad I didn't capitalize. Like Muncy was a half a base, and you know how I feel about Muncy. So I wish I was able to capitalize more on those props because the value is there.
It used to be Verdugo.
Verdugo, yeah, but now he's in Boston, so.
Now he's in Boston. What I was going to say, just that World Series game, just to kind of put the end to that segment real quick. Kershaw was due. Kershaw has a reputation he needs to uphold, and he proved it last night, without a doubt. He was lights out. I mean, when he is dealing like that and he's getting run support, that team is impossible to beat.
Well, that's the thing with that team is they could just put up runs against anybody.
Anyone.
Kind of like the Yankees, they could put up 10 runs in an inning. They just have that potential with that lineup. And I get the Rays have the better pitching, but the Dodgers, I mean, they could hit the baseball. It doesn't matter who's pitching.
I mean, I saw them put out their lineup card last night. They have Bellinger in the 6 hole. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. They're so deep, it's crazy.
And then when you're getting hits out of guys like Chris Taylor
Yeah.
and Will Smith is hot.
He went
like,
2 for 3.
How do you beat them?
That's
They play again tonight. Like, what's the odds on that? I don't think they're going to sweep them. The Rays will definitely win a game or two.
It's Blake
So
Snell versus
but
Glonskin. What's that guy's name?
Gonsolin.
Glonskin? Yeah, something like that. Some clown.
But the Dodgers are minus 132. I mean,
I still like that alternate run line.
but how do you bet against the Dodgers right now?
You can't.
Would you say Kershaw's like out of that stigma now that he chokes, or do you think he needs one more good performance?
If he can come out in like a winner go home game or game 6 where you're up 3-2 and pitch like he pitched last night, and then I think that's when you scratch it 100%. If he can come out and like he struggled in that first inning. I think he gave up a single or a walk and a single. His first and second, 1 out. He got out of it, but I mean, that first inning might have been – he could have blew the doors off of that game.
Did Buehler pitch in Game 7?
In Game 7, I believe Buehler pitched in Game 7, yeah.
And how long ago was that again? That was what?
Game 7 was on Sunday night.
Sunday. Okay,
yes.
So that's probably why he didn't pitch again today.
Hold on. Buehler did not pitch Game 7. It was Dustin May. He only went an inning, gave up a run. The last time Buehler pitched might have been at Game 6, I would hope. Yeah, Buehler pitched Game 6, which was on Saturday night, and he went 6 innings, 7 hits, no runs.
Yeah, so it probably makes sense. Put Kershaw.
You needed Kershaw Game 1.
So Buehler's probably going 3, right?
Yeah, he's going to go 3. And honestly, that's probably the biggest game out of the whole series. Either going up 3-0 or going up 2-1. That's
Well, today's a big one too. Going down 2-0 against this Dodgers team. I mean,
It's true.
you go
That's
down
so
2-0 and then you got Bueller in game 3.
with that offense, they're due for a ring. They are.
If the Dodgers win tonight, series is over.
Yeah, I also said that about the Braves when they're up 3-1. I bet them every single night of the week. I love that Braves team. I feel like Freddie Freeman, that whole team is just awesome. Like I said last episode.
I'm starting to think you got something against the Dodgers, and I just don't think that's
I don't
smart for your bank
I
account.
don't think it's against the Dodgers. I think it's about the other team. Like I shouldn't have bet the Rays last night. There's no reason why I should have bet the Rays. But I just
Now you're saying they're your well play again.
Oh yeah. I mean, you get Charlie Morton. I'm sorry, not Charlie Morton. Blake Snell.
No.
How do you not? I mean, it's so hard with baseball. I feel like you don't even have to worry about this
I'll
with
tell
any
you
other
how do you
sport.
not. What was the final score yesterday? I stopped. Why? I mean, they
8-3.
lost 8-3. That's how you don't. Like, I get it's a new game, but the way they're hitting, take an alternate run line.
That's how it is. The Braves went up 10-2 to take a 3-1 lead, and then they blow it.
Like, I
I'll tell
get
you
if you
something.
think the Rays are going to win because they're not going to go down 2-0 is a big game. And I don't think the Dodgers sweep them. So if the Rays are going to win a game, it might be tonight.
Yeah.
But to take that alternate run line, I mean, you got some balls there, man.
That's what I gotta do. But that's how you make money. Scared money don't make money. So
But there's a difference between taking a value bet and saying your Maxwell plays on the Rays plus 1.5.
No, that was my play yesterday for Monday night or Tuesday night. That was my play. That was my only bet of the day was the Rays alternate run line. Tonight, I'm gonna stick to it. I can't go against them. I mean, they beat the Yankees. That has to show something.
Okay, they beat the Yankees, but
it's the Yankees. You just compare the Yankees to the Dodgers.
But I'm saying the lineup, but they beat the Yankees. What was that last game? Like 2-0 in a home run? I mean, do you think they're going to hold the Dodgers right now to 0 runs?
The Braves did.
Or 1 run?
The Braves did. With pitching. And the Rays also got that pitching. But you know something? We're talking about this baseball way too long.
Yeah.
This is not our forte. Baseball comes and goes. Let's jump to this Thursday game. Another real barn burner if you really want to talk football. You got the New York Football Giants versus those birds in Philadelphia.
These Thursday games are horrible, by the way.
I don't know why
Absolutely
they even do
horrible.
it anymore. I don't know why they do it. Don't.
Let's just here. We had
last Thursday was there was no Thursday night game last week.
And then we had the Bucks Bears, which was probably our best game. Broncos Jets, Dolphins Jaguars, Bengals Browns, and then week 1 Texans Chiefs.
So you know what? I mean, I understand the logic behind some of these games. Hear me out. Ready? Game 1 was a rematch of the playoff game. That's fine. Week 2, you figure Joey Burrow versus Baker Mayfield. Okay. Week 3, you're supposed to be seeing Tua. You didn't. You'd see Tua versus Minshew. Understandable. Week 4, the whole week 4, Drew Lock versus Sam Darnold. I don't get that. But okay. And then week 5 is perfect. Tom Brady on a Thursday night game. It's fine. I think I understand the scheduling from the NFL.
Well, I get it. Like, even the bad teams need some primetime games. I get it, but could we get a good one?
I think the Rams are going back-to-back primetime. They got a Sunday night, and then they got a Monday night.
Screw the Rams.
I love that team. Team's awesome. I see, once again, I get emotionally attached. All right, so let's do this Giants game. We got An Eagles favorite at -4.5. A team that hasn't shown anything good, probably nothing more than 4 wins this year. You like them -4.5?
Well, put it like this: the Giants, by the way, screwed themselves for winning last week. It would have been better if they lost because they had a real chance going 16. But what's funny is we're talking about the NFC East here. The Cowboys are 2-4, and they're in first place in the division. The Eagles need to win this game because, like we said last week, the winner of this division could have 7 wins. And looking at this rate, that might even be high. So the Eagles, I think, need to beat the Giants here. I think the Giants are probably one of the, besides maybe the Jets, the worst team in football. I think the Eagles need to win this game, and 4.5. I feel better at like 3.5, or 3. But I feel good about the Eagles here.
You know what the problem is when you're looking at these stats from the Giants? Daniel Jones, 3 touchdowns, 6 picks, but he also leads the team in rushing yards. You just, like, it's not normal. Like, that should not be a thing. I understand he can move, he can run the read option, he can do whatever he wants, but is Devonta Freeman even around? Like, give him the ball. I don't understand. Like, you got to run the ball to win in this league. Look at the Chiefs. Even Patrick Mahomes knows how to be a game manager. If you're killing someone on the ground, give it to Clyde for 26 carries. Your quarterback should not be leading the team after 6 weeks in the season in rushing yards. So, for me, what's crazy is I'm going to say all that, and I'm going to take the Giants' money line.
I feel like sometimes you try to fade yourself, which I get with our resume, but how do you go saying Devonta Freeman? The guy is done at this point. The guy's done.
But he's still there. Like, is he not in uniform every game?
Imagine Devonta Freeman trying to hold out for more money, like saying he's not signing. Like Devonta Freeman, relax, man.
Yeah, he's something. I mean, he had a good year in Atlanta a couple of years ago.
What, 5 years ago?
I mean, I was drafting him maybe 3 years ago. Maybe
he was like a first round pick in like what, 2015. But yeah, I think the Eagles are the play here. You're getting
another night where we go.
What's crazy is if the Giants win, they'll be 2-5, and that if the Cowboys lose, they'll be tied for first in the division at 2-5.
And I'm pretty sure the Giants would be. The Giants will have that tiebreaker because of division wins. They just beat Washington, so they'll be a division leader at 2-5 if the Cowboys lose this week. That's
embarrassing.
This is something you see in a connected franchise when you got 4 of the worst guys in the same division.
Yeah,
no one catches a win. It's terrible.
But if you look, I mean, like I don't put too much into what the Eagles did last week against the Ravens. They lost by 2 points, but a lot of that was just making it closer than it actually was. But the last 2 weeks, it seems like their offense came to life a little bit against Pittsburgh and against Baltimore. Although I know I just said I don't put too much into them scoring garbage time. I mean, we're talking about the Giants. And I think if you look at their schedule, they lost to the Ravens, they lost to the Steelers, they played the 49ers, tied against the Bengals, and they played the Rams. And they lost to the Washington, which is a joke. But, you know, they've had a pretty tough schedule. And it's a game they need to win.
So right now you like buying down a little bit on the Eagles tonight?
Or tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fade you on that one. I'm technically fading myself like usual, so I'm gonna go with Giants straight up. I don't think the points are worth taking. Just go with the money line right now for tonight. I keep saying tonight. I kind of want football on, but tomorrow night. All right, fantasy football. Next little segment here for the fellas. Fantasy football. Something we've been doing since we were 10 years old. We think we're geniuses at it. Some leagues we're having success. Some leagues, for me, I'm 1-5. I'm pretty sure. I'm 0-6 actually in one of my leagues.
Could we talk about your dynasty team?
That's where we're going.
Could we confront the elephant in the room here?
My dynasty team. Uncle Drew, what is he doing? Can he carry the team or no?
But see, that's the thing. You're 0-6.
0-6.
You're 0-6, and I feel like you've been in last the past 4 years. Okay, and every time, then you had that one draft where you had like 4 first-round picks, and you took like Nick Chubb, Ronald Jones,
Calvin
Ridley. Great draft. Could have turned your team around. You don't have one of those players. Okay, then you could have had Saquon Barkley, and you trade that pick away for Juju Smith-Schuster and who?
Juju, and I'm pretty sure it was another running back. Probably like.
Don't have either one on your team.
Probably don't even have on my team.
Okay. Then you had Derrick Henry. Don't have him. Had Metcalf. You traded him. Now your team is Landry, Slayton, Tate, Antonio Gibson, Brian Hill, Mike Gesicki, Scotty Miller, Adam Humphries. Like, that is the worst team I've ever seen in my life. And I get it if you were rebuilding, but I feel like you've been rebuilding every single year in this.
I've been rebuilding since the first year we started this.
Like, what's your plan?
My plan is if you go click on the league
tab. You don't have
tab,
a plan.
Watch. Click on the league tab. Click on message board. Click on 2021 draft picks.
Okay, what are you going to put? But we've seen this before. We've seen it.
I've seen it. But now this year's a little different story. I have my first. I got Kenny's first. I got your first. I got Mike's first. Nick's first. I got picks.
Dude, I cannot believe you traded Metcalf for a Gibson and a first. That was a handout.
You know something? I need to switch things up.
Who's in first, by the way? Can't tell.
Jerk off Titletown. 6-0.
See, I don't care about my first round picks. I'm like the Patriots, man.
I'm look at that team now.
I trade my picks, get rid of them. I don't need them now. Help me win now, and then when the draft comes around, then I'll somehow get a pick.
That's how we are with the Titans.
If I want to have some fun, I'll end up with a first round pick. But right now, I don't care.
Yeah, that team is disgusting. Rodgers, Adams, Julio, Evans, Jones again. That team is something. But you know something? I don't want to talk about that team. How about we talk about something better?
I just had to bring it up.
No. How about we talk about my 5-1 team putting up over 1,000 points 6 weeks through the season? How about that team? Winner takes all.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that team. Now it's going to be week 7, which is crazy. So now you're looking at all the teams in the league trying to figure out the blockbusters to get you to the next level. Yeah, get you over the top here. And
that team is something to mess with.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan. Yep.
That's a good team. But I'm not far behind, man.
You're right behind me, right?
I'm 4-2. You definitely have a better team. But if I got McCaffrey coming back.
I saw they made a trade for him next week. I think he's not playing this week.
No, he's not because they're I think are they playing on Thursday next week?
No, well, next Thursday or week you talking week 7 or week 8?
Yeah. Week 7.
No, they play on Thursday, week 8.
No, that's what I meant because week 7, this is the Giants Eagles. So next they said he's not going to come back until after that Thursday game.
That's understandable. I mean, now they got Joey Sly getting COVID.
Because they don't want to rush him back and then have 2 games on. Yeah.
It's because Mike Davis is playing like Christian McCaffrey. Well, like I just said, Joey Sly, my kicker in every league, just decides to go get COVID real quick. Honestly, I might even have a case of COVID right now. This is the problem. I mean, with stuffy in the nose, congested in the chest, and I'm worried about Joey Sly catching a case.
I feel like I'm catching it through this video call.
Through the mic. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's usually how it goes,
You're also the guy who said you've had it 3 times.
But that's what happens. I had it in January.
But that's not confirmed. That's not confirmed.
That was confirmed through the CDC.
No, it was self-diagnosed.
I had Trump on the phone. He was telling me, no, don't worry about it, guy.
It was self-diagnosed 3 times.
I mean, well, COVID's big. People going left and right with this thing.
Yeah, you can't.
It's all right. There's nothing you can. I mean, there's no right or wrong. Everyone probably has it once in a. I mean, it's just it's a terrible topic to bring up because it's probably impacting a lot of people. But fantasy football, right? You love it. We all love it. I like that we get to talk about it. I feel like we can bring it in.
I mean, that's how we actually met in elementary school. Started talking about fantasy football because in elementary school. Now it's like what?
I mean, we graduated elementary
12
school.
12 years ago? Yeah. It's like 12 years ago now. It's crazy. Nobody's playing fantasy football 12 years ago. Now it's big. You got DFS. 12 years ago, it's like to find somebody who played fantasy football when I'm a degenerate at 10 years old. But
we were sitting in the bedroom talking about who we're picking in the first round.
It's awesome.
That's great.
I'm in 6 leagues, and right now, in my 6 leagues, I have 1 losing record. I'm 2-4, and if you look at this league, I'm second on most points for.
What league is that? Is that a Yahoo league?
Yeah, it's a Yahoo league. You're not in that one, though.
No, but another guy, even Ryan, right? Ryan has a good team. He's claiming he's winning this league. He's claiming he's going to win China virus. He's 3-3 right now with 881 points for. Claims he's winning it. Henry, Jacobs. I think he has Allen Robinson. He has Russell Wilson carrying him right now.
He's got a good team. If Le'Veon could come back,
way he should play, yes.
Don't get me started with Le'Veon. I started Le'Veon's career. Like, I'm expecting a check in the mail because I scouted him, okay? When nobody wanted him, when he was coming out of Michigan State, I drafted him, okay? And the guy was the best back in football. I mean, the guy was even like not only the best back, could have been a receiver. And then he holds out, makes a big mistake because who knows how much he would have gotten his second, third deal with Pittsburgh. But, he got his money. Good for him. I'm not going to hate on nobody getting paid. You go to the Jets. But now all of a sudden you want to go to the Chiefs and get a ring. So now all of a sudden when it matters to you. But it didn't when he went. So you got your money, good for you. But now you can't have it both ways. You can't have, I want the money route, which I respect. But now you want the winning route. So you go to a team with Mahomes. To me, it's like the Golden State Warriors over there.
Kind of like what Kevin Durant did.
Yeah, you got Tyreek
Hill.
But now I hope Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the guy and he could take his back seat. And, yeah. So
that's gonna be fun to see.
At this point, I cannot stand the Chiefs. I'm sorry, but it's like I just cannot stand them. Okay,
that's understandable.
Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Watkins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, a lot of that's drafted in house, right? You got Tyreek, Kelsey, Mahomes. That's drafted in house, so you can't hate that. But it just comes so easy to them. And it gets me so mad. It's like, could somebody just stop them already?
Something, we had this conversation probably a couple weeks ago off the air where you brought that up. And I was like, bro, that's the best team in history. Not really, but, like, respect them. And now I'm thinking about it. Your favorite team that's all over your room, you'll support them until you die, is in that same league. And I'm trying to compare, like, Duke, for me, is the Chiefs for you. I hate Duke with a passion. Fuck Duke. I can't deal with Duke. I can't do it. Everything comes Zion, RJ Barrett. All these guys go there. They make offense look so easy, and defense is like a wall.
Yeah, and it's like the Chiefs are in a different conference, right? It's not like the Bears, the Vikings, or the Lions who are rivals, but it's like maybe I'm jealous because Rodgers, who, in my opinion, is the most talented quarterback of all time. He was Mahomes before Mahomes. It's hard to win in this league. Guy had 1 Super Bowl, couldn't catch a break. I mean, they would score 40 points and lose in the playoffs because their defense was so bad. And everybody thought McCarthy, everybody's finding out now that Mike McCarthy isn't as good of a coach as he would get credit for.
He's
And
terrible.
then he's which we knew, the Packer fans. And it's like, it's supposed to be hard to win this league. And then we're not drafting receivers, we're drafting backup quarterbacks. And then the Chiefs make it look so easy. Guy comes in the league, wins an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP in his first 2 years. So it's like, man, Rodgers been doing this for how long? Favre's been doing it for how long? We got a Super Bowl each. And it's like, now they're getting Le'Veon and they're getting, it's just, I just want to see somebody beat them already.
I don't see it happening anytime soon. But love having a conversation. Love talking all this fantasy, Sunday, everything. Probably my favorite episode of the week, to be honest, because I'd rather not talk about me losing every week. This is a great episode, but we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Pay the Man episode 3. Any last words from Jay Wiz?
Nah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Besides, we consider a good week losing a raised bet and I was going to, so one loss isn't as bad as 10. So.
Exactly. All right, fellas, appreciate it. Much love to everyone that's showing some support, listening, feedback. We see it. We appreciate it a lot.
Definitely.
Be good, fellas.